So here we are, back with another unboxing video. And this is one I've been waiting to do for quite a while. This one just showed up from Battle Mech Club, another one of Tim's specials. This is one that's been on its way for a bit. This is, or should be, the MWO version of the Atlas. One minor quibble, Tim. 04. Really? 004. Should be 001. So, peanuts. Peanuts. And a huge box of bits. Or a huge bag of bits. Yeah, I'm just popping. So, let's pull out this and this. Oh my god, that's cool. And what else we got here? There's your pre-order plaque, or excuse me, there's my pre-order plaque. We won't be making these anymore. That is awesome. That's great. I love that little benefit there. So, let's fiddle around in here, see if there's anything else in the peanuts. Doesn't look like it. So, let's set this aside. Set these aside. I know what this is. I'm going to get that in a minute. You know, that whole save the best for last. Now, this is unboxing as it got to me. As I understand, there are a ton of parts in here, and Tim did not have a chance to check each and every one, so we're going to be seeing them as I get them. But again, these are the ones from JPG, I believe. And as usual, well, what is usual for JPG is incredibly high quality casting of an incredibly high quality work. Now, this original kit was made by Scott at Messy Desk, and he sent that to Tim to work up, and I'll put a link down here. So, in this baggie, and the funny thing is I saw Scott's work, and I was kind of working to duplicate it, well, kind of working on my own to make my own, and then I saw that Scott was going to actually have Tim kit it out, and was like, okay, I just stopped because, holy crap, I couldn't do this crazy. So, this bag is not light. When you compare it to this other piece over here, this is no small piece. This is no small little thing. Now, Tim has put out a how-to build on his website. You know, basically a guide, because there is a lot to do here, and you know, usually with Tim's kits you don't get an instruction manual because you really don't need them. With this one, you actually kind of do, and there are some special things involved, especially with the head, the torso, and a few other things that you need to be aware of on how these things go together. So I'm going to work on these just a bit. I'm going to set this up to the side and pull these pieces out piecemeal. So what we have first are the heads. And there are two versions of the head. There's the Boar's Head version and the Champion version from MechWarrior Online. If you play MWO, and I'll probably put a little vignette of MWO stuff here if I decide to get around to editing this, which is possible. These are fabulous. So I'm going to take a look again myself. Wow. These look amazing. Little texture here. You can see these came originally from a 3D print, or at least I'm thinking they did. At least this one did. I could see similar artifacts in this part of it, but this one's much more subtle. this one, if you want this really smooth, I can see you've got some sanding to do. I kind of like that texture. I like that plated up texture. Might even be neat to put weld work or other stuff to actually accentuate that and let it stick out. But this is beautiful. There. Yes, I apologize. I still haven't quite gotten down the whole show it to you while I'm looking at it thing. Let's try this again. And I'll look around here. You're beautiful. See, slippy. There's our head. Next up, let's go to the little pieces that are put in here. So we have here, weapons. Looks like this is either your torso autocannon. Actually, it's a medium laser, so it's probably what goes on your arm. Goes on the arm. A couple of armor plates. Very nicely done. Actually, a bunch of armor plates. These guys, okay. These guys are going to go on your hip. On the hip piece. And when we get to the hip, I'll show it to you. There's little plates that hang down around the circumference of the hip when you look at the Atlas. And that's what a couple of these look like. And these are other detail pieces for it. So yeah, these are arm medium lasers. These right here. Looking good. Looking very good. Very, very nice. So that's good. And the thing is with kits at this level, these are not for folks that don't know how to put kits together, don't know how to model, don't know how to modify. Now, one of the things Tim warned us about, he goes, he hadn't had a chance to look at the kits and do any quality control. But really, if you find like little minor bubbles or things like that in something like this, if you're working at this level, knowing how to fill a bubble should be nothing. And if there is one, and even if I do find one in one of these, I expect it's going to be completely inconsequential. This is a shoulder. This is part of the shoulder joint. So it'll go like that on the side of the torsos, and your arm piece will drop in there, your upper arm. This is the join to the hip. So your leg will come down here onto this. And this will join into the drop part of the hip. This is what Tim calls a stirrup. This goes on the back of your foot. The Atlas foot has got some interesting little detail. These pieces that just overlay the top on the front and back. And this is actually part of the back, because if I recall seeing the pictures of the front, it was already molded into the piece. This is your hip SRM launcher. A little bit of a thing there to work on what I said about being able to model. This is all in the surface mount spot, so that's a non-issue. That's very clean, nice detail. I like this. I like this detail here. Very nice. Good, good, good. This overlays on the front of the torso. And do we have another version of it? Yes, we do. Here we go. So these two pieces will lay on the front, and they overlay a couple of the weapon ports that could also carry missiles or depending on your weapon loadout. Yeah. So here we go. So if you have the LRM-10 launcher in the torso, this is it. If you don't, then that's what you have. So the nice thing about this is, depending on what your loadout, the kind of loadout you like to take, or you want to model. I mean, of course, I'm going to model the type of Atlas I like to take. I like these hands. I like this. Very nice. tell that I actually like this kit. This is a very nice kit. Clean up so far. By the way, this piece, I'm sorry, I put these down but I didn't show these up. These pieces here also go over the shoulder. You'll see it further on. There's a rotational piece, and I think they overlay this way. Again, if I was smart, I'd actually put the actual picture right here in front of me, so I could look at that and do that. But it's more fun this way. Here we go. This is looking like probably an arm or some joint piece in here. I'll figure that out when I get to it. Looks like a medium laser. Again, some cleanup, but still beautiful work. Another duplicated part there. So there's two of those. And look at it. Now, parts like this, I can cast. It's a block, okay? This stuff, this is way cool. This is stuff I have not been able to do. I can't do. And these are really cool. I'm not even going to guess what these parts are. Again, because the piece isn't sitting here staring me in the face, but I'm sure when I look at the assembly instructions, or the assembly layout, I'll figure it out. A couple more joint pieces. Another of the stirrup. The other hip. I want to say that this might be part of the hand. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's her thumb. These are here. One of the thumbs. So, depending on how you take this and then you cut the thumb off and it overlays in there. So you have a nice fist. Again, a couple of parts. Detail part. And I believe now, if I'm remembering right, these go on the outside of your knee. The way the knees go together, the shin comes up and goes into the knee joint, and then there's a piece that sits on the outside and a piece that sits on the inside, depending on where they are. And I'm sure that one of these here is the piece that goes to the inside. I believe that this goes to the outside. Or it could be on something else. Yeah. This I'm pretty sure is smooth. But again, when I look at it and go through the layout pieces, or the layout of the pieces, again, when you look at Tim's site, when you get this, definitely take the time to look at his guide on facts on assembling this thing. This is beautiful so far. I mean, I'm absolutely adoring this thing. So, I'll put that away. Now we'll move on to the other big pieces. Make some of them over here so I can put them down again. So let's pull this over here. And gradually start pulling these pieces out. So, this and this. These look like shoulders. There we go. So I have that and that. And these are the other shoulder piece. So this is going to go toward the bottom of the torso, I'm pretty sure. And this would be, the other part of the torso piece, or the arm piece. So I have that one, and I have this one. So you can see these. Now these are tight, these are snug, so you can probably build in flexibility, so it doesn't have to be locked in place, and magnetize. Very nice work there. here are your upper legs. So these are the thighs. So front and back of the thighs. So your thigh pieces, actually if I call correctly, they're going to go like that. Because I believe this, actually no, I think this cutout actually goes to the outside. So those are going to be your upper thigh. The upper part of your thigh, your knee joint is going to be here. This is a detail piece. I'm fairly certain for the torso, because it's the only thing I can think that's that big. So, this is your bottom part to your calf. There's the other one. And then this is the part that is the knee. Right here. So, you have this. Goes together like that. So that's your, this is the bottom part of your leg. And then this piece will drop right in there. And that is your lower leg. And the nice thing about this is you've got, now the Atlas itself doesn't have a nice hip twist, you know, or a nice lower leg twist that you see in the game. But given the way this is built, you can, given the way this is built, you can put just that little subtle bit of movement so you get a nice dynamic look to it. So there's your, and this is again a very simple, just drops right in. And this is actually the piece that made me stop. I was struggling like crazy to try and figure out how to articulate that knee and get it to work. And I saw this, and after seeing how this was all together, it just was, you know, wow, really? That was so simple in a solution. So, and then there you go. Okay, so those are your the majority of your leg, and then of course there's the foot. So these two pieces right here. Okay, and got a broken tab right there. Some cleanup around here, sanding and such. Very nice. The stirrup piece that I told you about, that will drop in here on the back. And if you've, again, if you've seen pictures of the Atlas, if you haven't, I recommend go look. But this, but take these pieces here. That's that. Now, just for grins, because I want to show you something. This is a 6-inch ruler. From here to there, that's 6 inches. So we're talking a model that's going to stand over a foot tall. This is huge. This thing's going to be humongous. You have a lot of dynamic built into the foot. So you stand the Atlas up and get that nice, you know, power pose or whatever. You can angle the foot to whatever you need. This works very well. It's very nice. The cleanup, I mean, you expect cleanup, but it's minuscule. There's a little bit of cleanup here, a little bit here on the sides. I mean, I don't even see anything here I need to deal with. A little bit of flash from where it was poured. Who cares? I mean, just the detail there. That's cool. Make another one of those. That's, you know, 2 minutes with 2 mil Sintra. Clear those out a bit. Yeah, prepping this foot for assembly is about 5 minutes. So, wow. Yeah. Actually, prepping that foot for assembly is about 2 minutes. This one's about 5 minutes. Making that piece. Big deal. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So, wow. Yeah, this is going long, folks. I apologize. So, this is the back of your torso. this one is, I'll clean up there, I'll clean up there. Very nice. So I apologize if I'm rambling on long, but I love this kit, and there's a lot of parts, so it is what it is. Y'all can always just stop watching if you don't like it. That's okay. It won't hurt my feelings. So here's your arm piece. This is your lower arm right here. Here's your upper arm, and I am figuring these guys are going to go together like that. Now the Atlas, for the most part, walks, you know, with the thug-like look. I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, this is, I apologize. This is your upper arm. This is your lower arm. Right there's where your hand's going to go. So this will go up in and slot up into this area here with one of those other pieces that were over there. And this is, for the most part, the pose that the Atlas takes. He very rarely straightens it out or does other things. So you're looking at that. These and here's the mount points for those other small medium lasers that will go on the back sides of each arm. So very nice here, good detail, nice and crisp. So there's that. And here's your hip. Now, remember I told you there are pieces that come off of this. Those other little pieces, they're going to hang down off of this skirting, and you know, think of them like German Shearson for the World War II tanks to guard the treads. It's similar to that. The detail here is very nice, very clean. I like this. You're barely going to see this when you paint it up and get it put together, but this looks, I like these, the little detail in here is really nice. A little bit clean up there. I mean, even where the seams are, they're easy to clean. Very nice. Very good. Straighten that up. Now this is a cool piece. This is your autocannon. This is your torso mounted autocannon. Nice. I may hollow that down a little bit more. I like this look. So this is your, you know, the primary target. Every time you shoot an Atlas, you target that right torso. No options to change your weapon, but if you're a modeler, rock on. Just a quick little change of here to change your nozzle. Change it to the triangular Gauss cannon if you wish. This is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay. So that's those pieces. Let me see. Yep. And that little piece that broke off the foot, right there. Don't even have to make one. Right there. Easy to fix. Alright, so let's slide these guys back in here gently for a moment. Again, I know this one's running a little long, but lots of pieces. So I'm going to get these out of the way. And then we'll move on to this one here. Let's cut our way into this real quick. This is the torso. So those back pieces we talked about, or those other pieces we talked about there, that's your torso piece. And then here's the front. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Those angular pieces that we showed you, they drop right here on here. These are other hard points for medium lasers. Those are two medium lasers sitting right there. Again, if you want to remodel those clear and change those out, rock on. The head drops right in here, and like I said, there was in Tim's build video instructions, there's little knockouts you need to make here depending on which head you're going to put in. The one head drops right in with no issues. This one, the boar's head, I think, It needs to have a little knockout taken there and have the grills shortened down a little bit. But this is huge. This is a huge piece of resin. I mean, this is how big the torso for the Mark II Timberwolf was. And look at all this. This is amazing. This is just, they fit together very well. Let's see if I can just drop them right there. There's your fit. A little bit of sand to clean up the edges, and that's just going to drop in there very cleanly. And then your detail pieces are going to go back here. So folks, again, I know this ran a little long, but this is a very, very gorgeous kit. There's that head there. This is the one I believe that needs to here. This is the one that's going to need a little bit of editing, I think. Actually, no, this is the one that will drop in just fine. This is the one that's going to need just a little bit of trimming right there. But there you go. The FCY Battle Mech Club Mech Warrior Online Atlas. Gorgeous kit. Gorgeous kit. I'm going to disappear for like 6 months now to build this up. And I will probably do a couple, like I did with my Timberwolf. I did a couple of in-stage videos on building that one. So I'll probably do it with this. Thank you very much. Again, comments. Feel free to comment. Feel free to, subscribe if you like. And definitely go pay Tim a visit. Thank you very much.